Hi friends, glad to welcome you to my channel. In this video, we will continue to look at the unusual laws in California. Remember that in the last video we learned about the existence of a ban on eating oranges in the bathroom, the prohibition of eating frogs, the obligation to wash cars and control garages. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it at the link. Now let's continue to find out why you can't let roosters out on Sundays, how you can't hunt ducks, and what's so bad about garden figurines. Let's go. In Orange County, roosters can't leave the house on Sunday. Orange County's ban on roosters leaving the house on Sunday is one of those strange laws that sounds ridiculous, but has historical and cultural roots. Roosters are known for their loud crowing that can be a nuisance to neighbors, especially in the morning hours. Have you heard the voice of roosters? I've never heard one. I guess in my neighborhood, they stay indoors all days, not just on Sunday, poor animals. On Sunday, traditionally considered a day of rest or religious observance, local officials may have wanted to reduce noise and keep residential neighborhoods quiet. Orange County, like many other regions of the United States, has been influenced by Christian traditions in the past, where Sunday was considered a day of rest and prayer. The law may have been enacted to honor the spirit of the day by eliminating any unnecessary disturbance, including loud noises from pets. If roosters often walked outside the house and caused a nuisance to neighbors, it could have caused conflicts. The law may have sought to address these situations by requiring pet bird owners to keep them indoors at least once a week. Orange County was once known for its farms. Roosters and chickens were an important part of rural life. But over time, as urbanization increased, such laws may have been enacted to restrict agricultural habits in residential areas. This law may also have served as a reminder to owners to care for their animals responsibly, including controlling their movement and noise. Today, this law is likely not strictly enforced, but is seen as a curio. However, its existence emphasizes the commitment of local authorities to maintaining order in the past. Laws regarding pet behavior are not uncommon. For example, some cities in the United States prohibit keeping too many chickens in one yard, or conversely, require special permits to keep them. You cannot attract ducks with music decoys. The ban on attracting ducks with music, also called the ban on musical decoys, sounds like a joke, but it actually has good reason. This law is about hunting and wildlife protection. Are any of you hunters out there? If so, post a comment. Using music or other unusual methods to attract ducks is considered an unethical way to hunt because it disrupts the natural balance between hunter and prey. Music can mislead animals into moving closer to hunters, making the hunt unfair and too easy. In the past, when hunting was an important part of life, hunters looked for ways to maximize their catches, including the use of sounds or musical lures. This could lead to the mass killing of ducks, damaging bird populations. The law was put in place to limit such practices and preserve the sustainability of the species. Laws regulating hunting often include rules aimed at making hunting as fair as possible. Using music or recorded sounds for decoys is considered a violation of these regulations. Ducks play important roles in ecosystems, such as helping to control insect populations and maintaining the biodiversity of water bodies. Attracting them with music can interfere with their natural behavior and threaten the ecosystems where they live. This law most often affects hunters and applies to places where hunting is allowed. Musical baiting can refer to special devices that produce sounds, as well as the use of musical instruments such as flutes or radios. Similar laws exist for other animals. For example, some states prohibit the use of light traps to hunt nocturnal animals or odors to attract bears. This underscores regulators' commitment to maintaining fair hunting conditions. Redwood City has banned the use of garden gnomes to decorate public areas. The city of Redwood City, located in California, has a rather unusual rule that prohibits the use of garden gnomes to decorate public areas. At first glance, it seems completely absurd, but there is a curious history and logic behind this law. Redwood City is known for its commitment to creating a harmonious urban environment. City officials believe that garden gnomes, which often look bright, cartoonish, or even comical, can disrupt the overall aesthetic appearance of public spaces such as parks, squares, or streets. This ban is intended to maintain a unified and neat style of urban infrastructure. In the 1990s, a movement for visual cleanliness in public spaces emerged in Redwood City. Residents began complaining that garden ornaments, including gnomes, were creating visual clutter and detracting from the natural beauty of the city's parks and architecture. Legend has it that a local business company decided to install a collection of garden gnomes in the park for promotional purposes, which caused a storm of discontent among residents. People considered it an interference in public space and appealed to the city administration. As a result, a decision was made to ban the use of such decorations in public places. This law prohibits the installation of garden gnomes as well as other similar decorative figures in parks, on city streets, squares, and other public areas. However, the use of gnomes on private property, such as in personal gardens, remains completely legal. Some residents consider the ban too strict and incongruous. They argue that elements such as garden gnomes add playfulness and coziness to urban spaces. Others support it, believing that public spaces should remain as neutral and professionally decorated as possible to avoid turning the city into a taste fair. Over time, the garden gnome law has become a local thing attracting tourists. Some stores in Redwood City even sell gnome-shaped souvenirs with captions like "Gnome on the Run" or "I'm an illegal decorator." And residents once set up a giant inflatable gnome in the center of town to protest the law. It caused a loud outcry, but the decoration was quickly removed. To date, the law remains in effect, although there are periodic discussions about repealing it. Despite all this, garden gnomes have become part of Redwood City's unofficial culture, even if they can't be seen in public places. So the ban on garden gnomes may seem ridiculous, but it reflects the local government's desire to maintain an orderly and unique urban environment. Well, now you know that in California you can't eat oranges in the bathroom. It's illegal to attract ducks with music, and dirty cars in Beverly Hills can be a real problem. Each of these laws sounds like a joke, but they are reality. Sure, many of them haven't been enforced for a long time, but the very fact that they exist makes us smile and wonder, who came up with this and why? If you like this video, don't forget to put a like and write in the comments which of the laws seem the strangest to you. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Here we regularly discuss the most absurd and funny laws from around the world. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next video, where we will analyze even more amazing rules that make you laugh.